flip flop. Hold on, y'all. It's just the way I like it. So, yeah, actually, I'm just trying to look at some stuff right now. Of course, the title is not clickbait, and if you're looking at the market, you'll see even more that it's not clickbait. I see. Actually, I just saw something. What happened was I was coming on stream, and like I said, the title's not clickbait, and then I was looking, and I saw Bitcoin moving, and I saw the rest of the market turning green, and I saw something at the last minute, but I feel like it's got to be something even more than what I saw. I'm trying to see if I see any other news. I mean, it's not like the market is like skyrocketing, but everything is starting to move, and I would appreciate it if y'all let me know on stream what else y'all see. But I'm gonna probably talk about the thing I just saw right before I got off stream, and I mean right on stream. But let me just talk about it first. You already saw the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin is headed to 59 right now, and if you see right here, is that on screen? You can see this wick up from 57,000 to 59,000. It's a $2,000 price move up on Bitcoin, which is much more in market cap. Um, yeah, about $200 billion move on the market cap that just happened. Only thing I'm seeing right now, it's kind of like drowns out my other stories, but I'm gonna still talk about them. But is that we just had this wick up on hold on, let me pull up. We had this wick up on the tether. So did they just throw out $1 billion on? I don't know if can y'all see this on screen. You can see that. You can barely see the line, but yeah, we just had a wick on it. And I guess when I was looking at my other stories and reading through stories, everybody was talking about it on Twitter, but I saw it just before I got on stream. I'm just now seeing it. But yeah, the market just started moving, and I don't know. Let me know if y'all see some other news. I mean, that can move the market, but um, yeah, everything just started turning green, and I was just looking at stories a little while ago, and a lot of stuff was still red. Um, let's see. I'm sorry. I want to get into the stream, but I'm trying to see what's going on. It's not the biggest move, but it's big enough that say it happened real quick. Let's see. Oh, we got Vladimir Putin signs law legalizing cryptocurrency mining in Russia. Could that be it? So we got that. Then we got the tether. $1 billion just came wicked on the chart. So I think it's between the tether wicking up and I guess this is Russian news. Well, I guess I had the right thumbnail today. That's all I'm seeing right now that I feel like is big. Let me know if y'all see something else. All right, I'm gonna come back later in the stream and try to check out news. What is that? That's not breaking news. All right, I'm guessing that's it because that lines up. Let's see, what is this? This is 10 a.m. So yeah, around 10 a.m. is when the tether pumped $1 billion, and then the Russian news was about half an hour ago. So I guess both of those kind of line up. Anyway, Bitcoin just shot up $2,000, and maybe we'll see some other news. And BitBoy says Cardano is dead. Dang, if BitBoy saying it, y'all, I mean, whew, that is rough. Anyway, started the stream by rambling, but who cares? We're just here to talk about the news and what's going on in the market. So we got $1 billion in Tether, and we got Russia with their cryptocurrency bullish news. So I'll look into that more later. And far as yesterday, Bitcoin ETFs brought in $45 million positive, and the Ethereum ETFs brought in $23 million positive. It's been a while since both of them have been positive. So good news, but I think too many people waiting on just the Ethereum ETFs as far as figuring out when they want to put money into the market. But anyway, it's good anyway, even though, I mean, Bitcoin had like 150 million outflows. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, now we up here to 59,000, and I'm gonna try to glance at the comments every once in a while to see if y'all saying something about news y'all seeing. And next, the only article I saw was in Spanish, which I can read and speak Spanish, but I can't pull that up on stream for y'all. But anyway, breaking news: Brazilian regulator approves the first Solana spot ETF partnering with CME Group. Will be live within 90 days. I know this is not the US, but like I keep saying here, I feel like this, I mean, it's definitely coming to the US. We can't say what the timeline is going to look like. But this is like the third one for Solana. We got one in Canada, we got one in Brazil, and one somewhere else. I can't remember what the other one was. But so yeah, Brazil has theirs now. And this is, I was going to talk about this, and this is old. Actually, this is old. So now we're up to about I guess we're up to about 100. I'm not 100, 1.5 billion. Some of these other news, but well, this is USDC. My bad. So we got USDT today with a billion, and then USDC in the last couple of days have printed a quarter billion or 250 million worth of USDC stablecoins. And if you don't know, if you're new on this channel, if you haven't remember me saying it from before, when you start seeing the stablecoin supply come into the market, that usually means they're getting ready for people to be, they are getting ready for people to be ready to buy crypto, which means maybe stuff is about to go up. So they're trying to make sure that they have their stable coin out in the market so people will have stable coins to buy crypto. Or it's usually seen as a bullish sign. So right now we have that. We got $250,000 worth of USDC, and we have $1 billion worth of USDT, and also Cumberland themselves has received about $400 million of USDT that they've sent to Coinbase, Kraken, OKX, Binance, and pretty much all the big exchanges, which means they're probably looking to buy. Even though I know the last couple of days, and listen, I'm going to talk about how it probably could not be too. So we're going to talk about both sides of it. I'm not just trying to be on here and just be like permabull or whatever, but we're going to talk about everything. But so yeah, they have $400 million worth of stable coins themselves. And I think they already had these even before the mint. So that's about $1.5 billion of fresh stable coins of USDT, and it was about 2 billion because we got the USDC too. Here's another one. I'm gonna kind of blow through these. It's a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it quickly. We're not gonna be on here too long. But New York judge approves $12.7 billion settlement, FTX, Alameda, and CFTC. I thought it was about $8 billion. But I think, hold on, let me see something. Let me skim this. Oh yeah, I think they added like 4 billion on top of it, because I believe before it was like 8.9, $8.7 billion. Yeah, it was $8.7 billion. They threw another 4 billion on top. But this is from the people who got caught up in the FTX crash or whatever. So they made the decision. Well, let me just read some of it. I'm not trying to read the whole thing. But FTX and Alameda first agreed to the settlement on July 12th, but the action was still pending final court approval, which District Judge Castell handed down on August 7th. And notably, the commodities regulator did not seek a civil monetary penalty, meaning the entire 12.7 billion sum will be used to pay back FTX creditors directly. FTX Alameda agreed to pay back $8.7 billion to investors who were defrauded by founder Sam Bankman-Fried and the people that was behind him that we actually know did defraud him, but whatever. They were ordered to disgorge an additional $4 billion as well. Okay, I think I saw somebody's comment. I'm reading that in a minute. But yeah, so they ordered to pay the money back, and the main thing I wanted to hit was So, mind you, I got threw off in the beginning because I was rambling about the price of Bitcoin going up and the stablecoin supply. But as I said, this live is about them about to pump our bags, so everything is going to be today is going to be covering that. But the big thing about this is the creditors are currently voting on how they would prefer to be paid out. They have until August 16th, which is 8 days away, to to lodge their request. And the U.S. Bankruptcy Court Judge John Dorsey will make a final decision on October 7th. So that's why this is one of the events we're talking about in the fall, at the September October time frame, because we got the next interest rate decision in September, middle of September. Then we got some other stuff going on. Some of them I'm not going to talk about yet, but a lot of different things going on why the market could pump this fall. Not like the big pump, like not like the real altcoin season, but you know what I'm saying, we can get some price movements. But anyway, so they made the decision on October 7th. And but what I was reading through the article and some other places, I don't want to read the whole article verbatim, but that a lot of people were saying, they weren't like saying like, oh, we done with crypto. We got, we got tricked or whatever, and we done with crypto. A lot of them are saying that they want the payments to be in crypto or stable coins or whatever like that. So like I said, they got to vote on it for now, which I feel like is just another way for them to drag this out. But yeah, so they say they want to be paid back in crypto, which means they're not leaving the market, which means that's about, I mean, it's $12.7 billion being paid out. Let's just moderately say, even if we cut that in half, that's about $6 billion coming onto the market at one time. And that's around the time that we're gonna have other bullish news or whatever, which is why, and I talk about this quite a bit on the channel, even though I'll be trying to keep some stuff to myself. But that's why I was even saying, what I was saying, a lot of these projects have been keeping up with this stuff or whatever. And a lot of these projects scary. I'll just be honest. I'm saying what it is. And so they want to come out when stuff is bullish. They know all these different events are lined up. So a lot of these projects they were supposed to launch early this year are not even really launching until later this fall. Some of them are like November, because they want to make sure everything is looking decent by then, which I think is stupid. But they can do whatever they want to do. I mean, I can't tell them what to do. But to be honest, as I keep telling y'all, as far as me, maybe not y'all, but I've been kind of quiet in the group because I'm trying to keep it with all these projects and stuff. And to be honest, it's just my own take on it. Maybe I'll mention them when they come out, see if y'all want to get into them. But just the way I think with some of these projects, the timing of them coming out, the time they're gonna have to go down, come back up, because people gonna dump their the pre-sales and private sales and stuff like that, and the time they got to come back, some of these I'm probably just gonna look right over. As I always say, I can't hold every project, but yeah, a lot of people just wait for bullish times to launch, and it's really annoying to me, be honest, because I could have been accumulating some of these by then. Then when the market fell, I could have accumulated some more, and all that kind of stuff. But I see how they think it's smart, but to me, it's not smart, and maybe that's just the way I think. But anyway, so we got to. I mean, maybe it's all $12 billion comes into the market, but we know. I would say if we cut it in half, we at least got $6 billion coming into the market. Did I covered that? I covered Cumberland and their stablecoin supply. That even I don't think I clearly said that they're sending it to exchanges, which means they're probably getting ready to buy crypto or whatever they're gonna buy. It could be Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't know. Do I even want to talk about this one? I don't know if y'all know, it's lately I try not to talk about the political stuff, but let me just skim through it real quick because it is news. Democrats launched crypto for Harris to rival the Trump crypto appeal, because Trump has been talking a lot about crypto and Bitcoin and stuff. So they're like, bullish. Let me tell you what I think. It's just what I think. It's not financial advice and none of that stuff. But I feel like they're just doing this to collect money, because they're like, wait a minute, he collected all that money with crypto. Okay, that's another way for us to raise money and get donations. I still don't. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. I still, as I said, I don't believe they're gonna win. They're not chosen. They've been bearish on crypto, and then, like I said, this is just another way for them to get donation money. And before anybody, if you're new to the channel, as I always say, I am neutral. I don't give a crap about any of your political parties. And even according to my next statements, I'm not a misogynist either. But like I said, Kamala hasn't been seen in the last couple of years. She just seems very disingenuous and fake, and it seems like they just got two actors up here to run these not even campaigns, to run these rallies and what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. These rallies and speeches and stuff, they just seem both like caricatures, man. And Kamala always with her fake laugh or whatever. And then I've seen a couple of interviews. Once again, I'm neutral and I'm not misogynistic, but it's been a couple of interviews where I feel like she was drunk. Like I'm just being for real. And this new guy, I've just seems first. I'm be honest. My lady and my friends, they keep up with politics way more than me. So I was not aware of who this guy was, as much as I do try to like follow politics and stuff. But the stuff I did see, this dude is weird, like seriously weird, man. I mean, I mean, Trump's got his stuff in his past. Even Biden has his stuff from sniffing people's hair and stuff. This dude right here is really freaking weird. I don't know what to tell you, man. I just dude is really weird. Is all I can say. I don't even want to talk about some of the stuff on stream, but that's all I can say. And feels like Buzz Lightyear and Woody. I don't know. It just they just seem very caricature like. Anyway, moving on to that. They said they launched some kind of crypto campaign. Oh, I got this early in the stream. Well, whatever. I don't care. Let me just talk about it. Yo, this. Let me say this. It's gonna sound like I'm being contradictory or talking on both sides of my mouth, and sometimes you got to, or maybe I'm not. Maybe it doesn't. But sometimes, like I said, I try not to pay attention to what they're saying and pay attention to what they're doing. But what I do know is Jamie Dimon has a lot of dealings with crypto, especially J.P. Morgan. His statements keep flip flopping, and it's just is making me feel some type of way. I told you his first statement was that August was going to be a good month. Um, then he was talking like it wasn't because he was saying like the carry trade is not over yet. And then he comes back and now he's talking about it says JP. This is quote JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says skeptical of inflation reaching 2%, which is what I would have said, right? I would have said the same thing. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says hope we have a soft landing. So hope we have a soft landing. CBC says he's skeptical of inflation reaching 2% again. I'm just like, I just feel like this dude is Kramer, and whatever he says, you got to do the opposite. But he's flip flopping so much. This why I don't like this dude. His statements never match up, and you almost can't inverse him because he be saying both things. Um. Anyway, I don't know what to think anymore. I'm back to, like I said, I'm back to my regular, just accumulate crypto at good prices and try not to think too hard about the short term. But like I said, I mean, it is a lot of bullish looking things going on right now. And I'm gonna check again once I finish all this to see if I see anything else. And like I said, please let me know if y'all see some news too, some bigger news that I didn't see. Um, I don't even want to. This jobless claims number is getting on my nerves too. I'm just as much as I try to report, it just is all over the place. And the one thing I can say, they say the jobless claims are going down. But one thing, we got a couple of people in our group that some that followed me here and they work in the film industry. And what I can say is it used to be when you worked in the film industry, especially on crew or something like that, like you would get a job and these people work like 18 hours a day. So I mean, it's work, you drive home, you go to sleep, you wake back up and work. And so it used to be like when you work in those 18-hour shifts, and this you talking about doing this for 30, 45 days straight. Sometimes you may get a break on the weekend, but sometimes you may get a 1 day weekend. But they would do the jobs and they would then you would take a break before you take your next job. But like even like I know especially one of the guys we got in there is back to back to back work. He's not even trying to take a break. For one, he's trying to invest more in crypto. He realizes it's changing his life or whatever. But he was saying back to back jobs because there's not a lot of even jobs in the film industry right now. And so if somebody says they're going to take you to the next job, like you just jump on it. You better sleep those 2 or 3 days in between that you have off, and then work those next 45 days. Like, I mean, it's worth it. Especially like I said, if you invest in the crypto, I tell everybody that um, for people who getting scared the cycle is over, find you some kind of side gig, some second and third source of income, to you only got to do it for about 12 to 18 months. And we really sitting at about 12 to 15 months right now. So if you can find some extra income, I would say that. But anyway, I said all that to say, I feel like more people don't have jobs, but they can report these numbers any kind of way they want to. I try not to even focus anymore. And in the same breath, I saw somebody was saying that credit card delinquencies are going up because we know people can barely pay for their credit card payments anymore. Everybody's using what is it? Everybody's using Afterpay. What's all that stuff where you can pay on? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Afterpay, the shop with this, and all that kind of stuff, where you can just buy a shirt for $22 and split it up over 4 payments of $5. Like everybody's been using that kind of stuff and stuff. So people don't have money, man. They gonna make up these numbers as they go though. Um, let's see what else we got here. Anyway, let's get back to the pumping our bags. Well, I got a couple more stories. This is just a little bit. Let's see. Are we back? Is it better? Is it coming? I don't know what goes on this mic. I'm trying to get better at looking at the comments too when y'all say stuff. So I think I caught that in a decent amount of time. But yeah, StarkNet is not something I'm using. It was one of those ones I was following along with. No, stop. Not 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes. Man, let's see where we were at. Well, it couldn't been too long because that's when I was talking about the credit card delinquencies. I think I pretty much got it out, saying how they're saying, they're trying to act like people. They're saying the jobless claims are going down, which means more people are working, But I'm not believing it. I just what they're trying to do with this saying they're trying to say the economy's fine or whatever. But I was saying how with the after paying all that stuff, how people are behind on their credit card payments and stuff like that, unless people just don't care anymore, which is also still a problem that the system created because y'all made it where people don't care about owning stuff. And then the next thing I was saying that you said it was about 3 minutes was I was talking about how the California DMV is putting titles on chain, and so they can cut out stuff like lien fraud or whatever. Because some people be like changing titles and all kind. I know people like they can't do that. Man, there's scammers that do all kinds of stuff like this, be changing the titles. But if you put it on chain, is on the blockchain that they can't change the stuff, then a lot of that fraud stuff would be cut out. Sorry, I'm not going to read the whole article over again, but that pretty much what I was saying there. And then I was talking about StarkNet. I think this is their second. I think this is their second CEO that stepped down, and it's just a lot of people saying they don't think they just run stuff, in the best way over there. But I was saying this is a project that I've been keeping up with for since last cycle, along with some of the other ones. Some of the other big ones that came out this cycle. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I don't know what to say. So I'm not trying to FUD the project, but it just is what it is. I don't know if it'd be something I'm gonna hold. Last thing I want to talk about before we get to the comments, questions, and and all that stuff. I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I know y'all gonna take it as a joke, but I'm not. I'm telling the truth. I'm really not trying to be funny here. But it says judge finds Ripple Labs liable for $125 million penalty in the SEC case. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but the gist of what I want to say is that pretty much now the case is over. They were asking for I think it was like $2 billion, and so on the positive side, I guess say a lot of people say like, oh, they asked for $2 billion, but they only, excuse me, they told XRP they had to pay $2 billion, but then they were lenient and they only had to pay $125 million, which is much less, like much less. So you can see that as bullish. But as you can see, once again, I'm really not trying to be funny here, and I'm serious. I know people say that and they are trying to be funny, but I'm not. I'm just trying to speak facts here. So that happened, right? And I don't know if y'all remember last time they had the news last year. If y'all were here last cycle, like right after the bear market, they got the news right, and it was XRP was sitting at about 49 to 52 cents, somewhere around there. And then it shot up to, well, I can't say it shot up. It shot up to about this range, 65, waited a little bit, went to 70s, waited a little bit more. Then that night, it went up to about 85, 87 cents, right? Which is not even a complete, that's not even the 2X. Now, as I keep saying on this channel, I'm not trying to make fun of nobody, but for me, um, 20, 40, 50%, 60% does not phase me at all. Like I said, if I could, but I don't. I'm not trying to throw whatever. If you got 500 grand in XRP and you make that, yeah, you make it you make $100,000, whatever. But I bring this up to say, let me make this concise. Last time this happened, XRP sitting at 49 cents, let's call it 50 cents, went up to 80 cents. Not even a 2X, right? This time around, it was at about, and I'm going to show y'all something even worse that I'm just seeing now. At this time around, is at about 44 cents. Got the news, shot up to 62 cents. That's about 24 to 24 to, actually, no, it wasn't even at 40. 44 was the bottom. When it shot up, it was at 50 cents. So yeah, that's not a big move. So what I'm saying is last time it shot up to 80 cents because people was like really bullish on it. This time is less people bullish on it. And now it's like over. But people, the people last time, it was like, man, it only went up to 80 cents. And then this time it went up 60 cents. So it's less and less people being bullish on it. You got people all these crazy price targets of $18. I saw somebody say $200 XRP, and not factoring in market cap, which is what I keep saying, right? And if you really look at this, it's even worse because even on the 7 day, even though it was up 10, maybe 20% from here when the news came out, or maybe 25, 30% from this 43 cents here, on the entire week time frame, it's only up 3%. Because it 7 days ago it was at 59 cents and now it's only at 62 cents. So what I'm saying, not to be funny, is, as I keep saying, not everybody, but as the cycle goes on, all these XRP bulls, they may never find out what a market cap is. They may live the rest of their lives and never figure out what a market cap is. But they will know one thing: this thing is not moving where people said it is, and that's right now. That's about 32 billion, 34 billion dollars. I would say by the time the middle of the cycle come, it does pump because a lot of people are shielding it. A lot of people, it's easy for people to find on big exchanges. Let's say it's up to 70 billion, but that's maybe not 70 billion. That's going. I always try to be modest with this, but even if the market cap is 70 billion, somewhere in that cycle, some people gonna figure out that nah, this thing is not moving. And let's say at bare minimum, that's $5 billion worth of XRP people gonna sell out of and go into other projects. So that's what I mean. This was the main reason why I first said or made the thumbnail. Of course, we had some other reasons in here, but this is the main reason I said they're definitely going to be pumping our bags because, like I said, I'm not making fun of these people. I feel sorry for them, for some of them that really believe that it's going to $300. And I think, like somebody in the group said, a lot of these people are not going to ever catch on. They're not going to catch on to the slow price movement. Let's say we get somewhere in the middle of the cycle, and I'm trying to be bullish here, to be honest. Let's say that XRP is sitting at $1.80, $2.40 or whatever. They just gonna be like, it's coming, it's coming. They're gonna be waiting for it. They're gonna go from today, from what is it, August 8th, 2024, all the way to wherever the end of the cycle is. It could be December 4th, 2025, and they're gonna sit and be holding the XRP bag thinking it's going to $300 because they just not in the right places listening to the right people. I feel sorry for these people, but as people say, I hate to say it because I'm an empath and I care about people and all that stuff, but somebody's got to lose for somebody to win. So maybe they'll wake up, and I'm pretty sure they're still in their different groups and on their YouTube channel saying, "Just wait, guys. Just wait, guys. It's finding support." Kind of people throw out all these statements. It's finding support. It's the Fibonacci levels, blah blah blah, and it's hold on. It's steady. It's holding steady, guys. Hold steady, lads, and all the other crap they say. And it's not happening, bro. It's not getting to $300, or even somebody was like modest target, and this was around last cycle too. The modest target was $18. Oh man, I feel sorry for these people, but you can't help everybody. So I'm not trying to help everybody. I used to, but that's not what I'm trying to do anymore. Anyway, let's see where we at on Bitcoin. So it's still hanging around that 59,000 level. Did anybody else see any news besides that? The stable coin stuff and yeah. Well, I'll see. I'll probably look. Stefano said, I heard the Fed had an emergency meeting yesterday to, excuse me, yesterday. Do you have, excuse me, I'm having trouble reading here. My bad. I heard the Fed had an emergency meeting yesterday. Do you know what the outcome of this was? AI is predicting the 50 basis point rate cut. I don't know about that. Ever since we had the whole Japan thing, um, and all that kind of stuff, everybody's been saying about the emergency meeting, which sounds good, and it sounds like what they should do, or whatever. And I had been saying for months. I'm saying three things at once. I caught myself. Yes, I caught myself there. Sometimes the ADHD gets you. Let me make one statement at a time. I've been saying for a minute that I thought they were going to have a surprise rate cut, but there's so many reasons. I will say that lines up why they wouldn't have, but it still doesn't. They caused the problem themselves, so that's why. But it should have been, but they're holding out for whatever reason. Um, but everybody was saying about the emergency meeting. I don't know if that was true. I think that's just people being hopeful, or maybe people feel like that's what should happen. And in my mind, I guess in ways I would think that's what should happen too. But I don't know how true that was. I didn't see any new news on it. Um, so I think that's just people throwing that around. I think just people just throwing around with just to just to get reactions and people commenting on it like, yeah, I wish they need to, or blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I think I think people just that's just what people want, and I don't think that's what really happened. Um, I mean, but if you saw, let me know what your source is. But I don't think there was an emergency meeting. Lauren said, "Good morning. Good morning to you too." I love BCC said, "Bottom is in." You think? As I said, I don't say everything on my channel, but I do know these next. I guess we're down to 3 weeks now, three and a quarter, 3.5 weeks. There's a lot of stuff that they can put out there to swing this market, whichever way they want to. Back when it was like March and stuff, you could kind of see pretty much everything that was lined up. Like I said, I could say clearly that June was going to be sideways. I wanted to see or thought to see, coming out of July into August, it being a pump. But like I've been saying both things. So I saw the pump coming out of July into August, which we really haven't gotten because, like I said, for 8 week span, um, for an 8 week span starting in July, the first week of July in August, there's so many events they can use to swing the market up and down. And to be honest, there's been a couple that I didn't even have on my radar. So I'm fully out of the genie fortune teller chair right now. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. There's so many things they can do right now. We could not be ready for them, whether it's up or down. So I really can't say whether I think the bottom is in. It could definitely drop again. And the thing is, I try to tell people, and I'm not trying. Hopefully, you hear this the right way. I'm just, sometimes you just try not to think about that stuff. Don't try to predict that stuff. Just try to focus on accumulating whatever you're buying at a good price, and just try not to focus on the short term whether the bottom is in. Because I know a lot of people want to know if the bottom's in, so they can decide whether they want to buy or not. I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a couple of you guys in the group still say, you 30 to 50% still in stables, which it's smart. At the time we all wish we did that. I might be somewhere around 15 to 20%. Let me say this: money that I know that I can put in, but um, I tell people sometimes you want to dump all your money in crypto, like all of it, but you gotta, you can't always do that. But yeah, around 15, 20% myself. But yeah, some of y'all like 40, 50% in stables, and so that's cool. Matter of fact, what are you saying? You saying this right behind me saying it, or did I subconsciously read your comment and then start saying it? But yeah, I don't know about the bottom being in. I don't know. Says Sup Zoe, what's your recommendation on how to go about deploying cash via DCA, especially someone that's so you're one of the ones that steal 50% of cash in stables. I don't want to run out of dry powder like I did during the bear market. I mean, right now is a good time for, especially a lot of the plays we're in. It's a good time to get some in. I mean, like I said, like he was asking that I think the bottom was in. It could drop from here, but I feel like it's a good time. Like my thing is, I know people are like skeptical about it. Like I always use the example the $2, $1.50. You know, if I bought something at $2, right? If I bought something at $2, that means I see the upside and I'm cool with whatever that upside looks like. If it drops down to $1, I don't get upset that I didn't buy it at the dollar or 50 cents. I'm cool where I got in. I know a lot of people don't have that same kind of, you know, I don't want to say mental strength, but he's like, nah, man, I should have bought it at the bottom price or whatever. I knew it was gonna fall. I'll just still be chilling. I'm like, I know I got it at a good upside. I'll just DCA in when it gets lower. But anyway, I mean, of course, that 50% could mean that could be totally different. That could be 500. That could be 50,000. But for me, um, of that 50%, let's call the 50% 100%. The 100% on the sidelines. Right now, some of these prices, I would put 30, 35, 40% of it in the market right now. To be honest, what some of the prices are, yeah, it could go lower, but you still getting it at good prices, and you still have 25%. If say you put, I'm looking at your 50% number. Like once again, that 50%, let's call that 100%. But if you put 40% of that sideline money to 50% in the market, you still got another 50% of that sideline money to deploy later. I mean, I think it's a good time to deploy with some of these prices. Like I said, there's no telling what could come up. I mean, I wouldn't even be honest. I wasn't even expecting to see this today with Bitcoin just being at 57, and within a few minutes to hours, it shot up to 59. Like that's a $2,000 increase that I was not expecting. So I mean, it's a good time to deploy now. And I would say the same thing if it drops tomorrow. I wouldn't be like, other people like, man, look, it dropped in one day. I mean, you got it in at good prices, so that's how I would play it. And then, like I said, you still got another half of that money still waiting for other stuff. So, or I would say at least 35 to 40%. I would definitely put 35 to 40% on in the market right now. Um, RG, oh, that's what you said, Mike Chat. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know what the mic. I don't know why the battery didn't go out, so I don't know why I did that. Crypto Rose said, "Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, they got a bunch of. I forget. Yeah, Klarna, uh, Zale has one too. Affirm, I know Affirm. Affirm, they do like a lot of the furniture stuff. So my girl loves the buy now, pay later, or as it should be known, broke now, broke later. Oh, for real. I be trying to tell people that like that's just like if you just have to like some people buy their entire wardrobe like that so they can get more clothes and stuff. And I tell y'all all the time on the channel, like the way I grew up, fashion was everything, having a fresh new outfit, not wearing the same outfit twice. Like I was in all that stuff. But now as I don't be caring. I I got a bunch of t-shirts, like different color t-shirts, and I throw in some jeans and a jacket, and I'm ready to go. My sneakers, and I'm ready. Like I don't be caring about no Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Gucci, none of that crap. I mean, not knocking for you if that's what you like, but I don't give a crap about it, bro. I just buy t-shirts and spend my money on stuff that's gonna matter. Experiences with my family, saving money for my future kids, and creating a life for them. Because as I told you before, one of my biggest goals in life is to be a dad. Like I don't, all this other crap don't even matter to me. Um, it just don't matter to me. But some people go broke, like be a broke now, broke later. Seriously, man. Oh yeah, y'all was telling me no sound. RG said it was about 3 minutes. My bad. Um, who y'all got a little group that keep fun. At first, I thought it was the same person. Unless you keep changing your name, you keep talking. Man, I don't like that project. I don't care about it, man. I don't care about it. I keep saying y'all wasn't here around last cycle to see what like the dealings with Shingar. I don't like the project. I don't care what it does. And I'm about to look. I bet the thing. I bet. Let me see what happened with. Yeah, exactly. I knew exactly. It dumped. Of course, you after you dump about. Oh, it looks like somebody said it right behind me. Yeah, I mean, after you dump almost 100%, of course you can pump back up, man. You can continue to hold that if you want to. And I know your mindset if you've been watching the channel because y'all keep coming on here talking about. You like, well, he likes Solana. That don't mean every Solana project is good. You can hold it. What is that? You can hold it if you want to, man. I'm saying some of y'all are new. Y'all weren't here last cycle, so if you want to hold that, that is up to you, my friend. But I will not be. And it's steady going up. Now we at 59 too. Come on, y'all gotta help me out. Let me see. I'm gonna look for news. But that's the only thing I see. I see the like I said, the stable coin supply shot up $1 billion, which means they're getting ready to put it out for people to buy. And the Russian news, um, mm, yeah, that's all. Ooh, I just saw that news. I didn't see that before. Oh, so that could have been yesterday too. This is old news now, but because Marcus already had it back up. But apparently, some old Bitcoin miner from 2010. Ooh, bro, he kept his Bitcoin from 20 cents to 57,000. Man, I wish that was me. Yeah, I'm guessing that's all I see, y'all. Unless y'all see something else, I see the Russia news and the stablecoin. But anyway, we at 59.2 heading to 59.3. I feel like it's got to be something else. Dr. Fiction said I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip you, crypto roll, but I just said it was guard pumped 30% after dumping 75%. Dr. Fiction said, "Do you think this looks like the calm before another dump?" I don't know. I don't really be trying to predict the stuff. I just be focusing on what I'm buying. Um, I'm telling you that it's a lot of things. Like I said, a lot of things that happened over the last 4 weeks that I didn't even expect to happen. There's just so many things that can use to swing the market, man. I'm not going. I'm not even going to try to predict it. You said I'm 100% in USD, waiting for entry. Been watching the market all year. Glad I've been patient. Well, yeah, on the one side, but you probably want to go ahead and start getting in the market. Well, if you, I'm to guess, if you're on the sidelines, you're probably not in the group. I can see a lot of people. I'm gonna just say it, man. I can see you doing that if you in some of these other groups and stuff, or not in anybody's group. But if you were in our group, in our Patreon, you would definitely be you would definitely be buying some stuff right now. Let's see here. Fly75 said, "Yeah, ain't lying. At these prices, I'd rather take a chance at losing maybe another 40%, but the upside on these X's is greater." Yeah, so I mean, Dr. Fiction, it's up to you. I'll never try to shield my Patreon and make people get in, but yeah, you wouldn't be sitting on the sidelines if you was in our group. And like I said, yeah, doesn't mean we're gonna have some stuff that bleeds out or whatever because altcoins are gonna bleed. But as I keep saying, I don't think people factor this in enough with the long term capital gains. Like people be waiting to get in the market. By the time you actually what's going to happen is when you get your gains, you're going to lose more than you could have kept because of the short term capital gains. And I don't think people never factor this in. They don't. I don't think they realize just how big that is. Like it's the difference between. And I'm gonna just say this. Imagine you make a 500 grand at the end of the cycle. Let's just use that as a round number. You make 500 grand. Would you rather them take this gonna scare some of y'all even hearing this number, but it is what it is. So would you rather make 500 grand at the end of the cycle and they take 100 grand, or would you rather them take 200 grand? That's a big difference. And nobody ever has factored this in. They just like, but I want to get in at the best prices. And sometimes that price difference isn't enough or whatever. And I know some of y'all thinking, well, it could fall 20, 30% to make up for that. Yeah, it probably could, but you just never know because you never know when you go take profits either. So I try to get in as early as possible. And once we get past that point when I'm knowing that I'm like, I'm probably doing short-term capital gains anyway, then I'll start playing it different. Before for now, like in the last couple of months, that's why I went ahead and got in the market. And maybe I didn't say that enough on the channel or in my group. That's why I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and get in the market because we don't know where this is going to end. And I don't want to be, taking short-term capital gains taxes or whatever. So I really don't think people factor this in. They feeling like, yeah, we winning and I'm doing. And then the end of the cycle, they're gonna be looking sad. And to be honest, just not being condescending or anything, but some people ain't in the most favorable tax brackets when it comes to this stuff. So yeah. Anyway, Music City, Music City. I'm gonna say call you Music City. Music City said, "What up, Zo? What's up, man? How you doing?" Wait, did I skip any things in my notes? Uh, oh, not really. Fly75 says some projects have retraced to bear market prices. A lot of them, not some of them. A lot of them have bear market prices, and the tech nor narrative has changed on a macro. Yeah, that's what I tell people. Yeah, so a lot of stuff is retraced or whatever. G Swift almost retraced. I took some profits on. I think I probably took like 15 and maybe 20% like profits at the top, which doesn't matter to me because it's way more than I put in, and it's retraced almost back to where we got in at, like stuff like that. But I mean, it's still cool, still a cool project. But yeah, a lot of stuff is retraced. So I'm saying, and maybe that's why you saying it too. I'm saying all this for Dr. Fiction. Yeah, it's a good time to get in the market now. From new projects that just came out to stuff that's old. I wouldn't be just sitting on the sidelines 100% of USD, but that's up to you. You can do whatever. you want to do. So yeah, who is this? I'm not going to even listen. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Took profits on G Swift, stake my initial, and just reloaded. Yeah, because I mean, I got in at 4 cents, and I took like 10 to 15% because I wasn't even chilling that. I told you I don't like chilling stuff when I know I have a big bag and I got in early. So the 10 of even the 10 to 15, maybe it was around 15 to 20% profits I took is way more than I put in. So I made a whole bunch of money on it and still just roll. People are like, oh, you rolled it down to the bottom. Like it goes back up. We're not at the end of the cycle. So yeah, that's how you gotta play this stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's a good time to get in the market. It's a good time to get in. And I try to get into stuff that we can hold and make some money in the long term, not worry about the short term. It's always good when you can get something that runs fast early and you can get more liquidity to put in the market. But I just try to get in as early as possible. So tax reasons and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But anyway, Fly 75 said can't front. I took profits at 72 cents. Oh yeah. I mean, you're supposed to by then, especially if you got it in a certain time. I think mine was more like it knocked against 70 cents a couple of times. And I think when I first took profits it was around 68 cents. So I didn't get the top either. It was like between 66 and 68 cents when I took the little 10-15% profits or whatever. But the rest of it, yeah, I mean, I don't care. You have a lot of never mind, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, but the rest of it is just rolled back down. I don't care. I'll just keep holding it long term and then wait till it goes back up. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes in the market. So you did better than me at the 72 cents. But then again, I got in at like 4 cents, so I don't know where you got in at. But yeah, anyways. And like I said, in the future, we'll especially the stuff like I didn't talk about some of these, like I know some of the ones I got in before y'all got in the group. I rarely ever even talk about those projects at all in the group. Because y'all weren't here. But as far as the ones y'all got in with me in the market, like we'll always talk about where to take profits at. I've already told you guys, my stuff or whatever, where I take profits and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, man, if you want to join the Patreon and get in a good group and getting some of these plays early and have some help navigating the market, patreon.com/cryptozo. And like I said, it's going to be a point where I close the group off because I'm not trying to collect 1 billion people. Like some people have way too many people in their Patreons. But I mean, that's like I said, that's where they make the money. But I definitely will be closing the group off at a certain point. And yeah, if you want to get in there, patreon.com/cryptozo. And I'm going to catch y'all next time.